All right, rise and shine, everyone. 6:01, Jason Hackett, Alicia Lewis with you here on this finally Friday, the weekend upon us. A busy weekend here in the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Mother's Day is on Sunday. It looks like the weather is going to definitely cooperate.
Mother's Day, we got Twins games. Twins are in action. It's going to be great weather for all of the above. And, of course, the fishing opener, John, where a lot of people will be hitting the lakes.
Yes. I mean, fishing opener is big. Not nearly as big as the Mother's Day, right? I'm actually pushing off fishing for a couple of days. I'm swearing it off. It is going to be great. I mean, this morning, light coats may be needed, depending on where you live. Keyword, depending on where you live. Alexander, you're 57. You can probably just do shorts and T-shirt today there. Hayward's at 29. 27 in Grand Marais. What is happening? I feel like it's some kind of joke. You just got to wake up. 27 degrees. 58 in Thief River Falls. What's happening? We got to transition. Now, why do we talk about squeezing up the temperatures, right? Why does it do that? Why does it warm ahead of a cold front? Well, the winds strengthen right ahead of a cold front out of the southwest, and that pops the temperature. Now, who's going to get that today? It's going to be really St. Cloud, Twin Cities to Marshall. And you see the rapid warming in those southwest winds. You maybe heard me talk about southwest winds as a gasoline wind. It ignites the temperature to 84 this afternoon. CCE, who have a traffic impact alert going on. What's going on?
I do. Just a few minutes ago, good morning, this situation propped up in the New Brighton area. You see this rollover here. This is the 694 eastbound ramp to 35W southbound. It's not a good way to start a Friday. Hopefully everyone's okay in the vehicle here, but that rollover is happening. So what we're seeing here is things are kind of paused here to get onto that ramp. Well, they must have changed the camera there, but they're holding off folks from getting onto this ramp. So I can find a workaround for you when I see an X. But again, this is the 694 eastbound ramp to 35W southbound. It looks like on another camera that I was looking at that authorities just got to the scene maybe a minute or two ago. So I'll continue to watch that as it develops. Otherwise, that's the only crash that I'm seeing around the metro right now. So that is good news. If you're anywhere in the Twin Cities metro right now, you shouldn't have to add any extra time to your commute. I was going to tell you about a huge project happening in Inver Grove Heights on 494. Both directions were going to shut down in Inver Grove Heights for all of this weekend, but they actually postponed that project until next Friday. So Mother's Day weekend is looking pretty good. You're not going to have to do any workarounds in Inver Grove Heights, at least for that project. But there are other projects happening starting this morning, so I'll let you know about that just after 6:15.
Okay, we'll check in with you soon, Cece. Thank you. We're taking you live to the Vatican right now. The Catholic Church's new leader, Pope Leo XIV, already at work this morning, completing his first Mass about 30 minutes ago. This comes less than 24 hours after he made history as the first American chosen as His Holiness.
That's right. Michelle Beck's at the live desk as his first official full day as Pope is underway as we speak. Michelle.
Well, yeah, certainly, guys. Just about 30 minutes ago, Pope Leo wrapped up his first Mass from the Sistine Chapel. Guys, I was surprised. He started off his homily in English before speaking fluent Italian. Also, new details here reveal how his papacy might look. For one, he wore black shoes today, just as Francis did, unlike the red ones that Benedict wore. It hasn't yet been 24 hours that Robert Prevost reintroduced himself to the world. Hailing from Chicago, the 267th pontiff led with a message of peace and unity in the church. This is historic because he is the first American pope, but the 69-year-old also lived most of his life outside the U.S., like in Peru and in Italy. As the Vatican released overnight, Leo had already blessed people. This on the night his brother Cardinals voted him in, and the news traveled to his brother by birth.
I'm in shock. I'm having a hard time coming up with words because my mind is blown that my brother is the Pope, and it's like I try to say something coherently and there's 19,000 other thoughts running through my brain. My brother's the Pope. Wow, I can't believe it. How can you express, which I don't have words for it yet, how to really express what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, so.
Yeah, amazing. Well, this morning we are getting you insight about why the Pope chose to be called Leo. The Holy See press office confirmed this is a deliberate reference to Pope Leo XIII, who shaped the church's modern social doctrine. The director of the office says the nod is, quote, to the lives of men and women, to their work, even in an age marked by artificial intelligence. So interesting, guys, that even AI is being brought up here in this sphere.
Fascinating. All right, Michelle, thanks for the breakdown of that. And we're also tracking all the reaction here at home this morning. Archbishop Bernard Hebda of St. Paul, Minneapolis, tells us that he never imagined there would be an American pope in his lifetime. He says he loved Pope Leo and how he spoke about the need to reach out to those who are suffering.
And we can breathe that sigh of relief, knowing that indeed we once again have that source of unity, knowing that we have that source of firm teaching.
Pope Leo took charge of the church as soon as he accepted the papacy, but in the coming days, a ceremonial mass will be held at the Vatican to install him.
We need to catch you up right now on a developing story out of the White House. Over the next 72 hours, the U.S. and China are expected to meet in Switzerland to negotiate tariffs. The U.S. isn't expecting a major deal, but is hoping to de-escalate the trade war. These are set to be the first in-person talks between the countries since President Trump hiked tariffs 145% for most Chinese imports. In response, China is now charging a 125% duty on some American exports.
All right, let's turn to our T-Wolves now, celebrating a huge win here just in the last 8 hours, tying up their Western Conference semifinals against the Golden State Warriors. They now have just one day to get ready for Game 3. They're going to be on the road on the West Coast tomorrow night.
This morning, our sports director, Reggie Wilson, joins us from Target Center, breaking down the much improved performance.
When it comes to bounce-back performances, the Wolves bounced out of the gym.